Did you call bank? I called game.
What's up, Pack Nation? It's Pack Gaming here. I had an idea today. I was basically influenced by this YouTuber called RBT. He had made a video about, in Madden, getting every single Florida team and combining them and seeing how they would do. And I thought that was a really cool idea, so I was like, well, let me do that in 2K. But not Florida, I'm going to start with Texas.
Hey, Patrick, what am I now?
Stupid?
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
So what I'm basically doing is combining every single team in Texas and making them into one super team and seeing how good they would do in my league. If you didn't know, I'm from Texas. I actually live in San Antonio. And then you might be thinking, well then why are you a Knicks fan? That's a great question. So to start this team off, we have James Harden, probably MVP of the season. I know that's up for debate, but still. James Harden at our shooting guard position. You have Kawhi Leonard, so apparently James Harden's better than Kawhi. You can argue that all you want. Chris Paul is our probably starting point guard. LaMarcus Aldridge, have you noticed it's all Rockets and Spurs players? Clint Capella, Pau Gasol, Rudy Gay, Eric Gordon, and then our first Mavericks player, Harrison Barnes. And then it's Dirk, Tony, Nene, Gerald Green, and Trevor Ariza. And also Wesley Matthews. There's a lot of 77 overalls. But this team is stacked. Look at that, dude. There's 390 overalls, and almost a 90 overall, and then a lot of 80 overalls. It's basically the Warriors. So we're only going to do a season, and we're going to use my custom roster of Texas. If you didn't realize already, it is the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Mavericks combining because those are the three teams in Texas. So I put them on the Spurs, and you might be thinking, why the Spurs? The first reason is because I live here, so biased. Second is franchise-wise, they're the most successful. So we'll pick the Spurs. We're going to start the simulation, and we're going to do it all the way until the All-Star break. I usually do this to see who made it to the All-Star game, and then I continue the simulation all the way down here. So let's get that started. Okay, so we are at the All-Star break now, guys. So first thing I want to mention, going all the way up here, we lost to the Hawks. How? How do you lose to the Hawks? They have no one. They have Schroeder. They have no one. Also lost to the Heat, the Magic. So a lot of teams that I wouldn't have expected beat us, like maybe the Celtics, the Cavs, the Warriors. Sure, but the Hawks, the Jazz, the Knicks, my Knicks, we would not have beaten them. Raptors, okay, sure. The Nuggets, no. No one should have beaten this team except for maybe the Raptors and like the Celtics sometimes, and then the Warriors, but they didn't. So if we lose 2 more times, we cannot get the greatest record, or at least tie the greatest record in NBA history, which was 73-9. Let's see which one of our players made the All-Star game. So we have James Harden making it as a starter. We have Chris Paul made it. It was no Kawhi, LaMarcus, none of that. So they were saying that Kawhi and LaMarcus would not make it. Let's see their ratings. So Chris Paul went up 1. So no Kawhi, no LaMarcus. That's kind of rude.
Don't be rude. Are you kidding me?
See how it is, 2K. Tony went up 1. That means anything. Let's keep going with the simulation. Let's get it done. So LeBron James is MVP, not a big surprise. Rookie of the Year, Ben Simmons, makes sense. 6th Man of the Year, Chris Bosh. Why is he even in the league? Why do they still have him in the game? Poor guy, though. Defensive Player of the Year, Andre Drummond. And then Most Improved, Chris Dunn. I can see that. And then Coach Pop, Coach of the Year. No surprise there. No one on our team made first team. Wow. But we do have James Harden on second team. And then no one on third team. The disrespect, though. Chris Paul made all defensive, and that's it. Wow. Rude.
Are you kidding me?
So I never showed y'all actually the starting lineups. I don't know why I forgot to do that. It is Chris Paul, James Harden, Kawhi, LaMarcus, and then it's Clint Capella. Not a crazy guess. Harrison Barnes is our 6th man, while Pau Gasol, Eric Gordon, Rudy Gay, and Dirk get minutes off the bench, while Tony and them are not even playing. Let me show y'all some player stats. James Harden with 22.8 points per game was our leading scorer, which makes sense. Kawhi had 19. Chris Paul was 16.1. And then LaMarcus was 12.5. A big difference from what he's averaging now. He's averaging like 21 a game or something like that. Then it's Eric Gordon, Harrison Barnes. So Harrison Barnes, even though he's 6-man, is not averaging more than Eric Gordon. Sure, these players haven't even played, period. But Dirk played. Player with the most assists was Chris Paul and then James Harden. And then player with the most rebounds was Clint Capella, also with blocks. And steals was Chris Paul. Also, our team went 71-11, the third greatest record in NBA history, apparently. That's kind of messed up though. I would have at least got to have gotten 72-10. But we can do something that the Warriors didn't do, and that's win a ring with your good season. So let's see if we can pull that off. We're playing the Nuggets first round. It's whatever. We did lose to them though, didn't we? The first game. One of the first games. So let's see. We're going to simulate the round. Come on, Spurs. Don't choke this. Oh, they lost the game, but they ended up beating the Nuggets. The Nuggets. Okay, are you really telling me that the Pelicans would beat the Warriors? Come on, 2K. Okay. We're playing OKC. That's an important game. It's a pretty good game. We're going to simulate the round. See if we can beat them. OKC. Oh, we barely beat them. We came back from I believe it was a 2-0 lead. Not bad, not bad. But we barely beat them. We barely fight away. Then New Orleans is not messing around. 7th seed going into the conference finals. How did Memphis become 3rd seed? Whatever, that's not my job. And then Celtics and Wizards on the other side. Let's simulate this current round. And sweep the Pelicans. Get out of here. Okay, who's going to win this game? Who's going to win this series? The NBA Finals. Spurs and Wizards. And we sweep the Wizards, win the NBA championship. So if every single Texas team were to combine, the Spurs would get their 6th championship, or the Rockets would get their 3rd, or the Mavericks would get their 2nd. Apparently Chris Paul would be Finals MVP. I mean, well, he got a lot of assists. I can see that. Not bad, not bad. We can actually look at our playoff stats. Playoff stats are almost identical to regular season stats for some reason. So according to this, if all Texas teams were to combine, they would absolutely win the NBA championship. Almost sweep the finals. It was pretty close to that. They only almost lost to OKC, and that was like it. They would have one of the best records in NBA history. Not the best record, so they wouldn't be the best team ever, apparently. James Harden would be their best player. Chris Paul apparently would be their best defender. I disagree with that, but Chris Paul made first all-team defense while Kawhi didn't make any team, so apparently to them, Chris Paul is a better defender than Kawhi. LaMarcus wouldn't be as impactful as he is now, and Harrison Barnes would be 6th man of the year. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. If you want me to continue making videos like this, I could do Florida, California, other states like that. Leave it in the comments below. If you like my channel, please give my channel a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.
Did you call bang?